Hey, ladies and gentlemen, how are you today? Today, I would want us to look at a network question. And this network question, the network question that I would want us to look at, ladies and gentlemen, is this simplistic model where we are given 3 time estimates for each activity, where we have the most likely, optimistic, and the pessimistic. That is a question that really I expect this time around to have in these forthcoming year exams. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the kind of question that I'm talking about. This is the kind of question which I'm talking about. We are given here, the following data relates to a given construction project. So we have 1, 2, all the way to 6, 10, all the way to 6, 10. So we need the very first here to come and draw these. So we have the first activity is 1, 2. The first activity is activity. So we have our activities. So we have here 1 to 2. We have 2 to 3. 2 to 3. We have 2 to 4. 2 to 4. After 2 to 4, we have 3 to 5. 3 to 5. After 3, 5, ladies and gentlemen, we have 4, 6, 5, 7. 4, 6, 5, 7. After that, we have 5, 8, 7, 9. 5, 8, 7, 9. 5, 8, 7, 9. From there, we have 8, 9, 8, 9, 8, 9. And then we happen to be having 9, 10, 9, 10. And then lastly, we have 6, 10, like that, 6, 10, like that. So this will be A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, like that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you go through this question very well, you can see here for each activity, they're giving us optimistic, most likely, and pessimistic. And then they want us to draw a network diagram. So how do I draw a network diagram? Very easy, very easy. Remember there on the board, ladies and gentlemen, I happen to be having my activities. So what we need to do basically is to come here and then we draw our project network out of this. Very easy. So we have activity 1, 2. Activity 1, 2, this one here. And then activity 2, 3, so 2, 3. And then after that, we have activity 2, 4. So we introduce our fourth one, 2, 4. After that, we have 3, 5. So we have here 3, 5. After 3, 5, we have 4, 6. So we have 4, 6 like that. After 4, 6, we have 5, 7. So we have here 5, 7. After 5, 7, we have 5, 8, 5, 8. So I need to come and introduce an eighth node here. So we have 5, 8. 5, 8, and then we have 7, 9. So we have 7, 9. So we have 7, 9. After 7, 9, ladies and gentlemen, I can see 8, 9. 8, 9. So I need to introduce 8, 9, or rather 8 and 9. I need to join the 2. After that, we have 9, 10. 9, 10. So I need to introduce a 10th node. A 10th node. That is 9, 10. And then lastly, ladies and gentlemen, after 9, 10, we have 6, 10. So we have the last one here being 6, 10. Like that. The last one here is 6, 10, like that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment I have this, I need to come and put the letters on my network. So 1, 2 is A, 1, 2 is A, 2, 3 is B, 2, 3 is B, 2, 4 is C, 2, 4 is C, 3, 5 is D, 3, 5 is D. After that, we have 4, 6. So 4, 6, 4, 6 is E. After that, we have 5, 7 is F, 5, 7 is F. After 5, 7, we have 5, 8 is G, 5, 8 is G. Then we have 7, 9. 7, 9 is H. 7, 9 is H. 8, 9 is I. 8, 9 is I. From there, ladies and gentlemen, we have 9, 10. 9, 10. 9, 10 is J. 9, 10 is J. And then 6, 10, lastly, is what here is our K. Now, there comes where the rubber meets the road. Why? Because we don't have a time estimate to put inside here. We don't have a time estimate to put inside here because the examiner has given us how many time estimates? 3 of them. 3 of them. The examiner has given us how many time estimates? If you're keen, you must have realized. If you're keen, you must have realized here for A, we have optimistic, most likely pessimistic. So, ladies and gentlemen, remember that anytime you are given those 3 time estimates, what you're supposed to do is to give us an average. Give us an average time. So come here and give us an average time. So how do you get this average? Remember to get average time between the 3. average time, which is also known as the expected time. Also known as the expected time, we shall take A plus 4M plus B. Everything in this case here to be divided by what? 6. So you take A plus 4M plus B, everything to be divided by 6, where A is the optimistic. A, remember that A is the optimistic, M is the most likely, and then B is the pessimistic, Remember that always, ladies and gentlemen, this formula has to be kind of crammed. You can't question it. It's a formula. You can't question it. So what I want us to do is to get our calculator and compute this expected time for each of the activities. As you take the expected time you'll get to the table, you compute the expected time. So like now here for activity A, what will be the expected time? So activity A, I can see optimistic time, ladies and gentlemen, optimistic time for A, if we are together, the optimistic time for A is 4. So I'll talk of 4 plus. The most likely time must be multiplied always by 4. The most likely time has to be multiplied with a 4. So I'll say 4 plus 4 times, most likely for A is 8. So 4 times 8 plus 12. And then I say equals. Whatever I get there, that is the sum, I divide it with 6. So divided by 6, what am I getting? I'm getting the first one to be 8. So the time that I need to put inside here is 8. So A has 8. So please go to B. B, I can see, ladies and gentlemen, I'm supposed to take the most likely, which is 1 plus 4. 4, the one that I'm picking from the formula. So 4 times 4 for B plus 7. Whatever I get, I say divide by 6. 6 is a common constant for all of them. So I'm getting, ladies and gentlemen, that B's expected time is 4. B's expected time is 4. Go to activity C. I can see 6 plus 4 times 12. 4 times 12 plus 16 equals divide by 6. Divide by 6. So what am I able to see there? I'm able to see 11.67. So for C, it's 11.67. 11, I can even round to one decimal place. 11.7 to simplify my work. Although the more the decimal places, the better. Allow me to repeat the third one. So the third one, which is C, I'm taking 6 plus 4 times 12. 4 times 12 plus 16 equals, whatever I get, I divide by 6. I'm getting 11.7. So go to the fourth one. The fourth one, we have 3 plus 4 times 5 plus 7 equals divide by 6. So what am I getting? 5. So ladies and gentlemen, that is activity D. Activity D is 5. Activity D is what here? Is 5. So please go to E. E, ladies and gentlemen, I can see it is 3 plus 4 times 6 plus 4 times 6 plus 9. Whatever I get, I say divide by 6, which gives me 6 exactly. That is my E. So E equals what here? E equals 6. E equals 6. E equals 6. Ladies and gentlemen, go to the next one. The next one is 3, 6, and 9. So for 3, 6, and 9, already I've done that. So I know automatically it will be 6. It will be 6. So that is D, E, F. So F in this case here, we are seeing that F is what here? Is 6 as well. F is 6. So please go to G. G, what do we have for G? For G, I can see, so G, that's A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I can see 4. So we have here 4 plus 4 times 6 plus 8 equals divide by 6. That gives me 6 as well. So in this case here, we have our G, which is 6. From there, ladies and gentlemen, come and pick on H. So for H, what am I able to see? Again, 4 is the beginning one, optimistic plus, 4 plus, 4 times 8 plus 12 equals divided by 6, which gives me 8, So H is 8. Go to I, ladies and gentlemen, I can see optimistic is 2 plus 4 times 5 plus 4 times 5 plus 8 equals divided by 6, which gives me 5. So I is 5. From there, ladies and gentlemen, I can go to the next one, which is J. I can see the optimistic there is 4 plus we have 4 times 10 plus 16 equals divided by 6, which gives me 10. So J is 10. And then lastly, we have K. K will be 4 plus 4 times 6 plus 8 equals divided by 6, which gives me 6. So K is 6. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please, having gotten my expected times, which are the times that we take to our project network, now what I need to do very fast is to come and feel. Let's feel. And if you have realized, ladies and gentlemen, there is a good coincidence here. There is a good coincidence here that our expected time is exactly matching our most likely. Our expected times that we have obtained there are matching what are most likely. And just to be consistent with the examiner's thoughts, even this one, of course, it's because of rounding off. You can see it's supposed to be what here? 12. Let us put 12 there. But remember, that is what here? A coincidence. In most, actually, this is the only question that I've ever seen where expected time is the same as what here is the same as most likely. They're supposed to be different. Now, ladies and gentlemen, having done that, please come very fast here and we fill this together. We want to fill the durations together. Fill the durations together using the forward pass. We start with 0. So 0, ladies and gentlemen, 0 plus 8 gives me 8. Remember, in forward, we are always adding. So 0 plus 8 gives me 8. After that, it's 8 plus 4 giving me 12 here. After that, it's 8 plus 12 giving me 20. After that, we have 20 plus 6 giving me 26. After that, it's 12 plus 5 giving me what here? 17. So after 17, what do we have? 17 plus 6, we have 23. 17 plus 6, we have 23. 17 plus 6 again, we have 23. Aha. From there, ladies and gentlemen, I can see this node here. This node, you have to be very careful with it. Why? Because I'm seeing 2 roads coming to this node. The first road gives me 28. That is 23 plus 5. The second road will be 23 plus 8, giving me 31. So remember, in forward pass, it is always the higher that prevails. In forward pass, it's always the higher that prevails. So come here, what do we have? 2 roads again getting in. So J, we have 31 plus 10. 31 plus 10 gives me 41. And then we have K, 26 plus 6, giving me 32. So in this case here, what do we put here? 41. We put 41 there. And then very fast we'll come and put 41 here. Now we roll back. So while rolling back, what do? We are deducting. 41 minus 10 gives us what here? 31. So we have 41 minus 6. Please ensure that you have your calculators close by. It may seem easy, but I don't trust my arithmetics. So 41 minus 6. That gives me 35. So I'll put 35 here. From there, come here, 31 minus 5. 31 minus 5. 31 minus 5 gives me 26. From there, we have 31. 31 minus 8. 31 minus 8 gives me 23. From there, come and give us these. Backward, what do we have? It is 26 minus 6, giving me what here? 20. You know, there are 2 roads going back. When there are many roads going back, there is no problem. When there are many roads going back, there is no problem. Come and give us the upper road. It is 20 difference, 26 minus 6. The lower road will be 23 minus 6, giving us 17. Remember, in backward pass, unlike forward pass, in backward pass, it is always the lower that prevails. So we have the lower there, which is 17. So 17 minus 5, there is no many roads here. There are no many roads here. 17 minus 5 gives us 12. And then we have 35 minus 6. 35 minus 6 35 minus 6 gives us 29. From there, ladies and gentlemen, we are marching backwards. 12 minus 4, that gives us 8. 12 minus 4 gives us 8. 29 minus 12, that gives me 17. So between the two, the lower is 8. And then, of course, this will give me 0. Ladies and gentlemen, after that, I need to come and identify the critical activities. So critical activities, of course, I've taught you how to ascertain them many times. Remember, like the timings here must always be the same. And then when you take here 0, this is 0 plus 8. That coincidence, this plus this, must give me this value for me to be able to get that activity to be what here? Critical. Now listen, for example, I can't try C with it. Why? Because I can see fine, but these are different. How about B? I can see the first criteria 8, 8, 12, 12. And then when you take 8 plus 4, you are getting 12. So there is that coincidence. So it means that B is critical. Using the same concept here, D will be critical. Using, ladies and gentlemen, that concept here, F will be critical. We have a H, criticality, because 23, 31, 31. And then 23 plus 8 will give me 31. And then we have J there being critical. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment I reach there, now what I need to do is to come and tell the examiner that the project's completion, expected completion time, the project's expected completion time, expected completion time is 41, whatever, they could be weeks or days. And then the critical path activities are A, B, D, F, H, and what here, and the J. From there now, ladies and gentlemen, I need to come and look at the next question. The next question, they wanted us to give them the critical path that we have done. So come and give us the variance number 3, the variance for each activity. So the question is, how do I get variances? Ladies and gentlemen, to get variance is quite a simple thing. To get variance is quite a simple thing. To get the variance of an activity, this is variance. To get variance of an activity, we take B minus A squared, we divide by 36. That is something that you have to really cram. So B is the pessimistic, A is the optimistic. So we are taking the pessimistic time minus the optimistic time, and then we square. Whatever we get, we divide by what here? 36. Whatever we get, we divide by 36. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Look at activity A. So activity A, ladies and gentlemen, what do we have there? Activity A, I can see the pessimistic is 12. So 12 minus optimistic, which is 4, that gives me 8. The 8 difference is what I square, and then whatever I get, I divide by 36. The concept of what here? B minus A, whatever I get, squared. So we have here 12 minus 4. Whatever I get, I'll come and square it. And then I divide by 36. Don't ask me where 36 is coming from. These are what, ladies and gentlemen? These are formulas that have to be taken in just like that. So we have here 1.78. So go to B. Please give us the variance of B. Variance of B will be 7 minus 1 equals whatever I get a square, I divide by 36. What am I getting? I'm getting 1. And then we go to C. C, variance of C, I can see 16. 16 minus 6. 16 minus 6 equals, we square this. Whatever we get, we divide by 36. I'm getting 2.78. 2.78. Go to D. D, ladies and gentlemen, what am I seeing there? I can see 16 minus 6. So 16 minus 6, I say equals, whatever I get a square, I divide by 36. What am I getting there? 2.78. So the fourth one, I have to repeat it again. I have to repeat the fourth one. Actually, whatever I've done is the third one. The fourth one is supposed to be 7. 7 minus 3. Whatever I get, I square. And then I divide by 36. So this one is supposed to be 0.44. Go to E. E, what are we seeing? It's 9 minus 3. So we have there 9 minus 3. equals whatever we get, we have to square, divide by 36. What am I getting here? I'm getting 1. So go to F. Ladies and gentlemen, in F, what are we able to see in F? F is 9 and 3 again. So meaning that F is supposed to be 1 as well. Go to G. So G, ladies and gentlemen, I can see it is 8 minus 4. So 8 minus 4, that gives us 4 squared. Squared divided by 36, that will give us 0.44. From there, we have H. H, we have 12 minus 4. So 12 minus 4, which gives me 8 squared. I divided this by 36, which gives me 1.78. 1.78. And then from there, ladies and gentlemen, I go to the next one, which is 8 minus 2 equals 6 squared divided by 36. That gives me 1. From there, we go to J. J, I can see it is 16 minus 4, which gives me 12 squared divided by 36, which gives me 4, quite a big variance. From there, we have K. K, it is 8 minus 4, which gives me 4 squared divided by 36, which gives me 0.44, which gives me 0.44, like that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment I get that, remember what they wanted us to do is number 3, to give them the variance for each activity. And then now we have the probability of completing the project within 48 days. The probability of completing the project within 48 days. So, ladies and gentlemen, remember. Probabilities, we normally compute probabilities in network analysis using a normal table. So you use a normal table. Our normal table is normally defined, or normal probability distribution is normally defined by 2 parameters. It's normally defined by 2 parameters. The mean, in this case here, this will be the mean completion time, which is 41. And then number 2, ladies and gentlemen, we have the standard deviation of the project. So this is the mean completion time of the project. This is the standard deviation of the project. Now remember that for us to get the standard deviation of the project, we have to talk of the variance, the square root of the variance of the project. And then this now translates to this. Standard deviation of the project will be equal to variance of the project. Listen. Variance of the project normally is the sum of critical activity variances. The sum of critical activities variances. So critical activity, we have variance of A plus variance of B plus variance of D plus variance of F plus variance of H plus variance of J. So what have we said? We've just said that the variance of the project would always be given by us adding together the variance of of critical activities. So please come and pick up the critical activity variances. Fortunately, we have them. Variance of A. Variance of A is given here. It's 1.78. Variance of A is 1.78 plus variance of B, which is 1. Variance of B is 1 plus variance of D. Variance of D is 0.44. Variance of D is 0.44 plus variance of F. Variance of F is 1 plus variance of F, which is 1, plus variance of H. Variance of H is 1.78 plus variance of J. Variance of J, which is 4, plus variance of J, which happens to be what here? Which happens to be 4. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I expect you now to do is to come here. You come here. We have 1.78 plus 1 plus 0.44 plus 1 plus 1.78 plus 4 equals, which gives me 10. So 10, I need the square root of 10. So square root of 10, what am I getting? I'm getting the standard deviation here to be 3.16. So the standard deviation is 3.16, standard deviation of the project. So these are steps that you have to stop your video and rewind back and watch again. Watch Watch over this severally. Not once, not twice, severally. Now, ladies and gentlemen, having gotten that, what is that question that this examiner wants us to ascertain? The question that the examiner wants us to ascertain, if I flip through this question, the question that this examiner wants me to get is this number 4. The probability of completing the project within 48 days. The probability of completing the project within 48 days. So where are the 48 days? They are here, 48. 48 is more than 41. So within 48 means what? That you need to come and just shade the entire. You shade just the entire space, which is less than 48. And then now remember to underscore the Z. The next thing will be for us to ascertain the Z figure. The Z score, how do we get Z score? Very easy. We'll talk of X minus mu divided by what here? Standard deviation. So our Z, ladies and gentlemen, our Z here will be X. X in this case here minus what here? Minus mu. X minus mu divided by standard deviation. But now remember, here we have our parameter, which is our X here, minus the mean, which is 41, divided by the standard deviation that we have up there. So our Z, ladies and gentlemen, here will be equal to the X parameter, is that parameter on the X axis other than the mean. So this will be 48 minus 41 divided by standard deviation here, which is 3.16. So if you do it that way, what are you going to get at the end of the day? If you do it that way, what are we going to get at the end of the day? So ladies and gentlemen, we have 48 here minus 41 equals divided by 3.16. So then this will give us 2.22. This gives us 2.22. Now the only thing that I need you to do for me is to ascertain the entry. So please look for the entry figure in your normal tables. Get the entry. Okay? So get your table like that. So straight away, the moment you have your table, please in the Z column, you can see, I will be interested in this second digit too. So I need 2.2 is here, 2.2 all the way to this column, this one, which gives me 0.4868. So the entry is 0.4868. I'm repeating again, the entry. Remember, I want 2.2, but now 2.22 up to here, 2.22 up to here, up to there. So once I have that correctly, then now I can come and take you through that. Remember that this figure that you have been able to read is a figure that runs from where to where, is a figure that runs between the two values that you have subtracted, between this 41 and 48, this 0.4868. And then this half area is 0.5, of course, as usual. And therefore, the probability, of less than 48, probability of less than 48 will be 0.5 plus 0.4868, which gives us 0.9868. So there is a very high probability of success, which is 98.68%. 98.68 what year percent. So I hope that is helpful. Please keep on watching this. Keep on watching and don't forget to revisit it severally.